And I'm gonna tell you a short story about why, in particular, I'm playing these tonight, because this is a story that, well, you'll see. Okay. So, my friend Adam was trying to help promote this thing called the Bridge School Benefit, which is something that Neil Young puts on with his wife Peggy and has for a lot of years, because they have some kids that have developmental disabilities, and so they made a school to help kids in that situation. It's an amazing benefit every year, basically. Lots of amazing people play it. Pearl Jam's played it a bunch of times, and I saw him play it, a lot of them, because I love Pearl Jam a lot, and that's part of the story too. And so Neil and Pearl Jam have kind of raised me in a lot of ways as an artist at different times in my life, along with a lot of other people, Prince and Zeppelin and Ricky Lee Jones, and I could go on and on and on. But those two dudes, big, important shit. So when my friend Adam was talking to Neil Young regularly about this promotions, I said, well, so Adam, you gotta try and let Neil know about me. And he said, okay, he's a really sweet guy. And he called me one day and he said, okay, so I told Neil about you. And I said, okay, that's insane, and I'm freaking out already. And he said, but you're gonna want to sit down for this next part. I said, okay. So I did, literally. And he's trying to explain to Neil that I'm not, his brother Jake, who likes to make songs. Like, I've actually been in bands and, made a little living doing it. And he's telling him the different band names, and he mentions Far. And Neil stops him and he says, Far? And Adam says, yeah. And Neil pauses, it's quiet for a second, he goes, huh, Far. Eddie told me about Far. Yeah, just like that in my stomach. Eddie told me about Far. Eddie loves Far. Yeah! Then Neil motherfucking Young goes and shuffles around his house and pulls out a copy of Tin Cans with Strings to You that Eddie Vedder gave him. Okay, we're just gonna do a little math here. I have been given thousands of records over my life from different bands, different people that like my music and all that stuff, and it's wonderful. And I listen to some of them, and some get lost on tour, and who knows what happens. It's a long world out there. So then imagine that I've sold, 200 million records like Pearl Jam has, and toured incessantly for the last 20 years, and some little fucking dork in a band called Far gives you a record. So Ed listened to it, liked it enough to then share it with Neil Young, and then we gotta do more math, because how much shit has Neil Young been given, right? Because if people are giving me stuff, and then I'm giving Eddie Vedder stuff, and then Eddie Vedder's giving Neil Young stuff, right? Because Neil Young just gives stuff to God or something like that. It ends there. But the point is, that's it! And he can find a record that I released 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago now, easier in his house than I could in mine. Because Eddie fucking Vedder told him about it, and they talked about it. So I don't care what has happened before in me in rock life and what will happen after I win. So here's how you know that I'm here, because I want to be here. Because I don't need to do shit anymore. That's it. So of course I called everyone forward and told them those stories, and they all had funny different reactions. So anyway, that's my crazy story, and I'm now going to sing Song of Tin Cans because it made me think, gosh, that record continues to mean more in my life than I could ever imagine. So thanks to the 8 of you who bought it, and thanks to Eddie Vedder and Neil Young for talking about it and listening to it, because that's insane to say. Here's a song about what they've both done and what they brought me up doing and taught me how to do in the right way, which is coming from your heart and doing your thing and being cool to the people that like your music. And this is for them. It's called Joining the Circus.